Who's getting that donkey?
That donkey. That donk.
Donkey of the day right there.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
You can call me the donkey of the day, but I mean no harm.
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, June 4th goes to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. You know Pete Hegseth, the same guy who was sharing details of a missile attack on Signal. Okay, I don't know why he just didn't download WhatsApp like the rest of us, but Pete Hegseth, the man who provides the president with expert, okay, and I put expert in air quotes, advice on national security and defense matters, is clearly bored. Okay, there's a lot going on in the world that I'm sure he could be focused on, but yesterday we found out that he is focused on renaming ships. Yes, ships, okay? Pete Hegseth has ordered the Navy to review the names of vessels honoring gay rights activist Harvey Milk, Harriet Tubman, and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Let's go to ABC 7 for the report, please.
The Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth has ordered the Navy to take the rare step of renaming a ship. The ship is named for murdered gay rights activist and Navy veteran Harvey Milk. Military.com first reported the timing of the announcement during Pride Month is intentional. Harvey Milk was forced to resign from the Navy in 1955 because of his sexual orientation. The USNS Harvey Milk is part of the John Lewis class of oiler ships that are named after civil rights leaders.
Okay. We all know that the Trump administration wants to purge all programs and policies and books and social media mentions of any references to diversity, equity, and inclusion. They are literally trying to erase anything they consider other out of the history books, okay? It makes no sense. What other reason would you have to not want a ship named after Harvey Milk or Harriet Tubman or RBG? It's just erasure, nothing more, nothing less, and everyone just needs to call it what it is. By the way, none of those three people would be considered DEI hires, okay? They all earned their legacies. They all earned their reputations, okay? The reason they have their names on those ships, the reason people wanted to name those vessels after them is simply because they're trailblazers who actually did things that people should recognize and honor. And you want to erase that? Why? I need to see the signal chat about this, Pete. Okay, I need to see what your real reasoning is, not the politically correct reasoning you give into the media. Just tell us the truth, because the truth is you want to erase the legacy of civil rights leaders and gay icons like Harvey Milk. In America, we cannot heal from what we don't reveal. Okay, hiding our history is just simply going to hurt our future. Now, Pete, you are the Secretary of Defense. Okay, focusing on your job is crucial for the safety of not only this country, but the world. Every American should be saying to themselves, hey, Pete, don't you got better things to be doing? Okay, Pete Hegseth, you yourself just highlighted the threat posed by China's military buildup, okay, in particular concerning Taiwan. You could be focused on that. What about the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, Pete? You were absent at a recent NATO meeting on Ukraine and had people questioning the U.S.'s engagement in the conflict. Don't tell me you was absent from the meeting because you too busy worried about ships being named after Harriet Tubman. Okay, yo, Pete, Department of Defense has proposed significant budget cuts, which I'm happy about, because anytime you want to talk about wasteful spending, you should start at the DOD. But if these budget cuts reduce senior military ranks by 20% like they are proposing, then that could impact the military's strategic and operational readiness. And y'all definitely not going to be ready if the Department of Defense is too busy worried about renaming ships. Okay? Pete Hegseth, I don't care what a ship is named when there are headlines in the Economic Times that read, World War III looms. Global leaders given 2 weeks as the clock ticks toward catastrophe. See, while we worried about the Diddy trial, others are preparing for World War III. Okay, I was reading an article this morning. The headline was, Britain's biggest companies are preparing for a third world war as various conflicts threaten to erupt. Bosses are taking steps to ensure their businesses survive. The deputy chief of Russia's Security Council said last week, I don't remember everything. It was a blur. I think it was last week. Yes, but he said, and I quote, regarding Trump's words about Putin playing with fire and really bad things happening to Russia, I only know of one really bad thing, World War III. I hope Trump understands this. That was a direct quote from the deputy chief of Russia's Security Council. And Pete Hegseth, you worried about the name of ships? No, you're not. You're trying to distract from some of the things I just said. But what you will learn, Pete, is truth is like the sun. You can shut it out, but it is not going away. please give Pete Hegseth the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
You are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yeehaw.
So dumb.
Beyond. It's a distraction, though. Stay focused.
All right.
World War III is apparently around the corner.
I don't say that either.
I hope not.
We don't see that either.
Others are preparing for it, so I think you just pay attention.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
Donkey of the Day is sponsored by renowned personal injury attorney Michael the Bull Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey when you need a fighter on your side. If you're ever injured, go to michaelthebull.com. That's michaelthebull.com. And when you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.